So in the previous episode, you received the devastating news with me. The block of this car, not usable. It is gone. The person who rebuilt it previously bored the cylinder so much that it got eaten into the the coolant galleries. The coolant wasn't coming in from the head gasket. It was coming in from the block itself. And we were left with two options, either a new block or a new car altogether. But finding a C7 3.0T is like finding a unicorn, in India at least. And the engine wasn't easily available either. The engine was nowhere to be found. Any lead that I found for the engine would finally end up being sold. I would call them, I would be like, hey, do you have this? You have a photo of it? And they would say, nope, it got sold, the photo is old. 3.0T for sale? How do we not know about this? Oh, it's a 2-liter TDI. They've listed it as a 3.0T. So we did that for 2 entire weeks. We followed every lead, we followed every person, and it just ended up being sold. Everything, every block, everything. But luckily there were 2 cars, 2 C6 A6 3.0Ts, one in Punjab, one in Maharashtra. The one in Maharashtra was in a running condition. It was active as of the registration certificate. So they were charging a little bit more for that car, but that car had a misfire, which led us to think that what if it has the same issue as this? We cannot afford that, at least I cannot afford that. So we started pestering the Punjab person. We were like, hey, sell the car. He was not ready, he was not selling it. So we kept pestering him. We were like, hey, sell it. We need it. Sell it. So we ended up making a deal. And we are gonna go there and check out the car right now. Let's go. So we have come here at Wagon Street where they have a C6 A6 3.0 TFSI available. Right now we are checking if it's in a condition where we can pick it and potentially use it. So let's see. We're trying to start that car up right now. The car is at Wagon Street because even this is mixing coolant and oil, mostly because of a bad PCV, but the reason it's not starting is something else. So it has been about 4 hours and we have finally found the issue that was stopping it from starting. We are ready to start it now. Let's see. So the engine does run freely as we just saw, but I still have my doubts as to if the block is the same or not. It should be the same. We should be able to use it entirely. It is quite a gamble, not a cheap one. So I think we're going to take that gamble. We don't have any other option anyway. So I guess we'll take this car. Rest of it is very clean. The body line is really clean. So I hope that it gets scrapped at a good price because we just need this. Once this is out, we don't care about the rest of the car. So let's see. So the winch on the flatbed is broken. So we are using the winch and manpower here. So we have to push the car now. A huge thanks to Ranjit from Wagon Street and their team for making this deal possible, helping us start it and even getting it transported to our workshop. And the car is finally here at the workshop, at the base. We can start working on it now. But before we get there, let me show you around this car once. Yay! It is really clean on the inside, unlike the other A6. But it's very outdated. Come, take a look. On the front, it is very similar to the other A6. Doesn't have a nose, but at least it has a complete engine. Well, complete is a bit of an overstatement. We don't have some things, but we have more things than the other car. We have all the bracketry, we have an intake hose, we have most of the couplers sorted. Some are broken, but that's fine. We have a new harness anyway. But what we are going to use out of this is the block and the heads, and that is it. Everything behind this point is useless to us. We don't care about any of this. Even though it is a really cool car, a really nice example of a C6 A6, but it's not worth saving. This car is deregistered. It cannot go back on the road legally, so not worth saving, even if we want to. While the differences between the manufacturing years of these two cars is really small, this being in 2009 and that being in 2011, the differences in the feature, with the styling, with the scope of modifications is enormous. They are totally different, but luckily the block is the same. Good thing. The differences begin with the styling. This is really round, really soft around the edges, and it has a really dated style, while the C7 is really sharp around the edges. And at the end of its run at around 2018, it got so sharp that you cannot even tell that it is a 7 or 8 year old car. Especially when we put bumpers on that car, you won't be able to tell it's a 14-year-old car. But this, it does look like a 16-year-old car, unfortunately. Apart from the styling, everything else on the inside is different as well. Let me show you. Let's just begin by this door handle, the pull-up style. Some people might prefer this. Even I like this classy old design. I wish I could preserve this car. But yeah, that is also different. Those have grab handles. These have pull design handles. And the dashboard. Oh my god, is it dated. It is so dated. You can just tell this car is from the late 2000s. The C7 gets a partial digital cluster. It has a digital screen in the middle and it has speedometers on the side. But this is totally analog. It has a display in the middle which is colored, but still so outdated, just 2 years apart. Can you believe it? And even the design of the dashboard, this just says late 2000s. While that car is early 2010s, but still so modern till today. It is really hot in there, but yeah, you get the idea. This is outdated, that is modern. That is worth preserving, and even if I wish to preserve this, I cannot. It is deregistered in Delhi. No way to resurrect that. But luckily, since these cars are only 2 years apart, this doesn't have that many differences, at least at the bare block of it. This engine code is CAJA, while on the C7 it is CGWB. What they changed between these two engine codes was that engine is entirely aluminium, even the cylinder walls. In this, it has iron cylinder walls, which means it can handle a bit more power if we want to get that power out of it. So what we're going to do is take this bare block out and put it in that car. Every new part that we have just ordered, rings, bearings, bolts, any accessory, we're going to use it on this block instead, because this is not cracked, hopefully. We're going to remove it and check for sure. But we ran the car and it ran really fine, so we are hoping that nothing is cracked inside of there and we can use this. So what we'll do is block heads of this engine and everything else of the C7, and we'll get more power out of this. The major difference that you can already notice is that this has one extra pulley. This is for the power steering pump. This car has a hydraulic steering, not the electronic one like in that car. So we can remove this accessory and use the rest of the car. If you notice here, there is an extra engine mount. The 3 bolts for it, they exist on the block of that car as well, which just ensures that they are actually the same block. Some good things and some bad things. Good thing is, we have cats. We can use the cats from this car because we do not have cats on that car. Even though we have the cat housing, the catalytic converter housing, the expensive metals inside of it have been broken down and the cat is just entirely empty. So we can use this cat till we decide to tune our car. Another thing is that we have most of the shields now. We had barely any shields on that car because the engine had been removed. taken apart, so they just didn't put the shields back on. But we have all the shields now. We have all the proper wiring, even though we ordered new wiring. And this pump, we have another one of it. I ordered one from the USA. If I knew that I was gonna get another car, I would not have ordered it. It would have saved me like 8 or 10,000 rupees, and it would have saved me another 15,000 rupees for the wiring. If I knew I was gonna get this car, I would have ordered less parts. I could have saved some amount of money, but it's a good thing. We have a lot of spares now. If you have a 3.0T and you're looking for any parts, hit me up. I might have a spare. Now let's stop talking and start wrenching so that we can pull this motor out, take it to the bare block and see in what condition is it. Now essentially what we have to do with this car is what we did with the C7 inside in episode 3. We have to take apart the wiring, take apart the subframe, remove the exhaust, remove the transmission, drop the entire thing down and then pick the engine from it. I'm not looking forward to it, but let's begin. Quattro. So we have been at this since afternoon, since 3, and now it is 12. What time is it? 11:30 or something. We have dismantled everything, like we have disconnected everything from the car and the engine is separate on its own. Now we just open the subframe bolts and everything should drop out in theory. Fingers crossed, hopefully that happens. We'll put some trolleys, drop the entire subframe and pull everything out. Let's do it finally. It's 12 AM and we have the engine finally removed from the car. There is one hose still attached. Once we have that removed, we can lift the entire car up. The engine will stay in its place. This is the second time I've pulled a 3.0 TFSI out of an Audi A6. Within a month, yeah. Never in my life did I think that I would be doing this, but here we are. It has been so fun and we are about to pull this out. So let's not wait any longer. Let's pull it out. While pulling everything out, I left the compressor and condenser on the car on purpose, so as to not lose any refrigerant in the atmosphere, which is harmful to the ozone layer and should be collected responsibly. है? बस हाथ से हो जाएगा बाकी करो. So it's the next day, the tear down continues. I was hoping to remove the heads yesterday, but it got too late and we got too tired. So we are continuing the tear down today and I have just removed the spark plugs. The pistons have no water in them, which is great news. It has no water, only carbon. Carbon is good. We can clean all of that. It has no water. Albeit everything else is rusted, it's not in a good state. The engine has not been looked after. But the water and the oil mixing are mostly because of the seals and not because of anything that is inside of the block like it was for the C7, unfortunately. So tear down continues. We will take the heads out, take this into the bare block, clean it entirely and then take it to the machine shop where hopefully we'll get good news as well. This engine is so dirty with so much oil, so much seepage, you can see right here, that I have to look for bolts everywhere. Can you see this one? I have actually cleaned it just a little bit, so maybe you can see it, but look, there's a bolt here. So because we have opened this before and I know that where the bolts are exactly, this is why I'm not breaking anything. But if someone has to open this engine with so much seepage, they won't know where the bolts are. It has so much oil everywhere. So we are finally opening the head bolts, and a good thing is they all are tightened to the right torque spec. They are all opening correctly as they should. I am opening them up in a sequence as well. The sequence doesn't really matter while opening, it does when you're putting it back together, but because we are going to use this block and I have to be extra careful with it, so I'm just opening them in a sequence as well, just in case. But things are looking promising right now. They are all opening at the same force, so they have been put in correctly, or probably they are never opened, probably. Oh, cool. We can open it with our impact now. And now the moment of truth. Okay, even this has water in it. Well, this is, I don't know if it is a stock head gasket or not. It shouldn't be black, it should be blue. And it doesn't look like it had sleeves on it. Like, I don't think it has been sleeved. They all seem to be working fine. They have a good amount of carbon on them, showing that the combustion was happening quite well. Then where did the water come from?
Luckily, the reason for water inside the cylinder is because it came as the vacuum broke loose when we lifted the head. There was some coolant left in the head which managed to get inside the cylinder when we lifted it. And that's it. There is no problem with the block itself.
Let's discuss what's good and bad about this engine on the board there. The good and the bad. Bad to begin with, water in the combustion chamber, water in cylinder. That is a really bad sign. But the good, it has never been opened before. It has never been opened. Liners look clean. The cylinder liners, they are clean. Liners clean. Pistons look happy. I mean, the pistons are black on top, so they were performing pretty well before water entered. So pistons are good, on the surface at least. Pistons good. And another thing is, we ran this car and it turned over so well. It started on the half crank and it ran so well when it was just at standstill. So runs well, we know that. At that time negated that there could be any oil or water inside of the cylinder, but there is oil and water. And that is the one bad thing about this engine. Other bad things are seepage and everything, but we are rebuilding it, so again we are at the point where the final verdict will be given by the machine shop. All we can do now is dismantle it further, hand it over to them, and they will let us know if it is usable or if it's another bad news. Another bad thing is that the timing was broken. So hopefully that didn't damage the head, the valves or the camshafts. But again, machine shop will let us know. What we can do right now is dismantle it. Again, we did that in episode 3. Why am I doing this again? I'm tired of 3.0Ts already. But anyway, we have to do it. So let's finish dismantling and then tomorrow we'll go to Jalandhar.
What your favorite engine?
Yes, I used to like this engine. I used to. Maybe I'll change my mind once I drive it, if I ever drive it. So major progress has been made. Both the heads are off and the engine spins freely. The engine out of this car could not do that. It was stuck. This is healthy so far. There was water inside of the cylinders, but that is a mystery we are yet to solve because the PCB was fine, oil cooler was fine. Hopefully this is not C7 again, all over again. But it doesn't look like the engine has been sleeved. They are pretty clean. They are not rusted. Pistons are black, so that's good. All that's left to be done now is to lift the block up. I need to decouple the transmission, but there is no access for the flex bolt to reach the flex bolts because this is a flex plate, this thing right here. So there are bolts which couple it to the flywheel of the engine, but there is no access for it. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But we are almost all done now. This is what we need, the block, that is it. So we'll take this to the machine shop. That's all. And it spins. This is all I've been doing for the past half an hour. That's all I've been doing. And it's creating a pool. Okay, I'll stop. Cool. Let's take it out now.
The flex plate bolts were hiding behind the starter and in such an awkward position, but we did manage to get them out as well. With the block entirely dismantled, it's ready to be taken to the machine shop.
But before that, a word from our sponsor, which doesn't exist yet. So if you wish to help out the channel, visit theminiature.in, where we not only have scale model cars and their cases, but we also have silhouettes of your car. So this is a Volkswagen Virtus. Soon we will be accepting custom orders as well for your particular car, but we will mostly do all the mainstream cars. So check out theminiature.in and soon we'll have custom options for this as well. Back to the video. So we have handed everything over to the machine shop now, including all new bearings, and we also have brand new head bolts. Can you guess the price of these? The person who gets it right in the comments will get a shout out. Just guess the price for a single piece of these. They are damn expensive, man. Anyway, we have 16 of them, so brand new head bolts, every brand new bearing. We have all brand new parts, only the block was bad. So the new block has been given to them and they are saying that it's perfect, it's pristine. So fingers crossed, this time by the next video will watch us build the engine up and then put it in the car. Fingers crossed again. I feel like there is definitely a higher power watching on us, because what are the chances that we went to visit Jalandhar to check out our first engine that we had given to them, and instead of taking a different route like we usually do, instead of taking the usual route, we took a different route and we crossed Wagon Street. And while crossing Wagon Street, I talked to Abhijit Bhaiya and I said, "Do you know this guy?" He's like, "Yes, I do." So I said, on the way back, we are definitely stopping there because he has a cool collection. I want to see the cars, I want to check them out. So he's like, definitely. So on our way back, we just stopped there randomly and we spotted that A6 3.0T, the C6. What are the chances that out of everywhere in India, a C6 A6 3.0T was parked there exactly from where we were crossing. And it was parked there because of an issue, a similar issue that we were facing. Even that engine was mixing oil and coolant. Albeit it was because of the PCV, which we initially thought was the fault in our engine as well, but luckily this engine was pristine. And even 2.5 weeks ago, we did not know that we would end up buying this car, because at that time we didn't know the first engine was bad. So once we figured the first engine was bad, we were like, what are the options that we have? And we knew this car is parked there. But this is way beyond luck, I feel, because the chances of that car being there, highly unlikely, but it was there. And then the chances of the guy not caring about the fact that it was a 3.0T, because that car was being used as a wedding car. It was used in marriages. So that car couldn't care less about the engine of that car. All that person cared about was it is an Audi. That's all. And that was in our favor as well, because we just needed the engine. We didn't care about the car. And he didn't care about the engine, just cared about the car. Luckily, it started giving him issues. So many issues, in fact, that it was better for him to sell that car. And it was better for us to get that car. So this matching of events, this is far beyond luck. And I feel there is a higher power watching out on us. This is crazy.